This is day 2 of fascial training. Pretty dope day today. Took me a while to really get started just because it's almost just thinking like, how exactly am I gonna do this? And I've been super like, I fucking love working out, love weights and like pushing weight and shit like that. And especially with ATG, I love fucking pushing the sled and going backwards. I do that every day basically, but I'm just kind of gonna take a break from it from at least a week or two and really see with this fascial stuff. But I was really just like kind of just trying to figure out like a actual schedule doing this, and it went up pretty good. Like I had some good ideas of like, because I was looking at a lot of chunk stuff, and I ended up seeing this other YouTube guy doing fascial training, and he kind of sparked something like in my brain. Like Chong always talks about like fascial, but like really what it is just tension. And I really realized that today. It's like, dude, I'm just building tension in my feet. A lot of people don't have tension in their feet. I definitely did not have tension in my feet when I played sports, and zero tension. I didn't even want to like feel my toes I don't even know, it was weird. So I ended up making like a little bit of a program for me and my brothers to follow, just like an outline of one. Because then too, like my brothers are about to start in-season football, so I think it'll be good because, you know, I don't want to like take, because I was watching this other thing too, like a lot of strength coaches, or I even saw like a soccer guy talk about this, like what they do in the gym, like, yeah, part of it is like getting them stronger, but they don't want to affect the play on the field, which I think that's like a good way of looking at it too, especially in season. Don't want to affect the play on the field, don't want to like go so hard where, you know, like oh, the workout's like the main thing, like, no, the play on the field should be the main thing. So I think it'd be good for them to have like this type of break too. And that's why it was kind of just like, oh, what's on my mind. Like I wanted to have some type of like like upper body or at least lower body mobility stuff still. So I was mapping out that, because I don't know if so I've heard calisthenics is fine with fascia training, but then I also heard Chong say something about like if you're trying to build fascia and then you're building muscle at the same time, it's kind of overriding the fascia. So like you don't want any other layers on top of that fascia, because what fascia tensioning is basically doing is rewiring all that stuff. So but if you keep adding like layers of muscle on top of it, it doesn't really rewire with it. So if I get it to rewire first and then do it, that makes sense. But I'm just seeing if freaking calisthenics have that same effect. So I felt like I seen one where it says he doesn't, like, oh, like regular like push-ups and pull-ups are fine, but like other things no. I even heard one of his testimonials talk about it, like, oh yeah, when I was doing L-sits, like it was like 2 seconds, but now I can do it for 10 seconds. But I don't know if it was because after he did it or if it was during he was doing it too. But yeah, I was really figuring that out. And I mapped out some good things. Like I said, I got some good ideas, and I went to it with a mind of like, oh, I'm gonna try out new things, like be innovative. And it was it was sick having that mind of like, there's not like a exact blueprint, because all I really want is to be able to contract and feel my glutes while my feet are like fascial tensioning. Because right now I'm literally doing it. Left leg, I feel my calf, and then when I do this, my right leg, I feel my hamstring. Kind of nuts. And my left leg's the one where my ankle's the worst. And then Sean was saying that, like, yeah, my ankle's kind of fucked. So, but that's the thing, like, I have to build stability in that ankle first before it even wants to rise up, because the fascia from the bottom of my ankle and foot and shin is still a mess, or I don't know, it's all entangled. So I'm sure if I just keep doing this and experimenting, it's gonna get more and more, because I do feel it more higher on my calf than I did when I first started. Because when I first started, it was like straight shin, which that I documented it, but like I had like a sensation on my shin, like maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe 3. Yeah, about like 2.5 weeks ago. Like, whoa, what the fuck is this layer on top of my shin? And then now when I actually do the tower curls, it isn't so much inside of my posterior tibialis. I feel it, but not like insane. The stability is getting better. And that's what I was noticing today. Especially with my right leg. My right leg is like, I actually felt like, yeah, it's confirmed my calf. I mean, my fascial tensioning on my right foot is connected to my hamstring now. Which I really can't wait to like fucking run, dude, and mess with this. Yeah, I was thinking about doing it today, but I think it'll be good to kind of like focus on this. And then Sunday I might run with my brothers, or because I'm even thinking about trying the sled, but going really light. Not like super light, but light enough where I could like stay on the balls of my feet the whole entire time and practice pushing through my big toe and keeping that freaking tension the whole entire time. Because if you think about this, if you're running, you go like that, not much friction. But if you go like this, you fucking want to rip your skin off, and you could fucking, there's so much traction. So if you think about their feet, if your feet are just fucking slapping the floor like that, but then you actually have tension, it's like, whoa. And you can move it faster. If it's all floppy, it's like, it's not that much movement there. So kind of rambling a little bit more, like just getting my ideas out there on video. But yeah, no, so I was really mapping it out, almost just like, almost hit me like you know, everyone has some type of doubt. They're like, oh, am I doing the right thing? Should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? And but then I gotta remember, like, this is something new I'm trying to create. This is me trying to figure out my contribution. This is me trying to innovate and add things that I know that work, like HEG and those principles. Like, I know that shit fucking works. But for me, my ankles and feet are so, there's so much less tension there that, like, I just feel it a lot in my joints when I actually start moving a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, fucking HEG helped like a motherfucker. Like crazy. I was able to touch rim. First time ever touching rim was while doing HEG. While doing HEG. Literally the first time I touched rim was while doing HEG. It was maybe like a double rim, and then I touched the bottom of the rim, but I touched rim. I wasn't even close. I could touch fucking net before. I'm not the biggest guy. I'm like generously 5'9". And so like, but literally like I plateaued right after that. Like I not even like plateaued, more like it got stuck, more like that was my limit. And then next time I went to go play basketball, I hurt myself. I was doing a little bit too much. But then at that time too, I was working out my, because this is what I'm also remembering too. I would do calves, and I would superset fucking straight leg calves and bent leg calves like 3 times a week at the gym, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, like crazy. Weighted. Nothing like, it was like maybe like 20, 40 pounds. Not even, maybe just straight 20. But I was just doing too much. I was just doing a lot of reps. And with muscle and tendons and ligaments and tissue, muscles develop much more faster than ligaments and tissue do. So I was just doing too much of muscle training with it, And then I think like my muscles got strong and I was able to fucking bounce. But then I had to land still. I still had to like absorb that force, and the things that absorb the force is not my muscles, my tendons and my tissue. And and yeah, that's basically how I ended up like hurting myself. But then too, at that time I was like smoking dope, so it was like I didn't even, I don't even know if how I was feeling was like the way I'm feeling right now. Like I do feel like a noticeable, but it's the trippy thing is it's not my Achilles anymore. It's literally like the front of my ankle, which shows me that it's not as, how do I say it? It's more of like a stability issue. I feel like now, like my ankle's weak, just weak. It's not like I have Achilles tendonitis. I can't fucking put too much force in it. It's like, yeah, I can't put too much force in it, but it's because my whole ankle is just weak now, or it's weak. And honestly, like I haven't really been able to feel like this until the last maybe like since summer started, really. It's fucking 1st of August. So it's been 2 months. It's been 2 months. It's not long, bro. It's not fucking long. But but yeah, no, like just kind of really realizing that, like, yeah, no, like fucking love ATG. I love doing those movements, but right now I'm like I'm trying stuff different right now. So I want to revamp and figure things out and have more of a base that kind of does with that, because obviously just doing calf raises and tib raises is not going to fix my feet. It's not going to fix my feet. That's what I realized. Like all this starts from my foot. Like I watched this video from ATG guy Sean Gross, I believe his name was. Like, yeah, we always kind of like, oh, like Achilles tendon, but like if you look at the bottom of your fucking foot, there's so much there. There's so much fucking there. Even the top of your foot. And then there's your freaking ankle and tendons right here. So you got the bottom of your foot, and you got the top of your foot. There's so much fucking there. So if you get that strong, then it's gonna go up the chain, and everything's gonna have less pressure, which I think that's exactly what I'm experiencing. My feet are getting stronger, so less pressure is going up to my Achilles. But the front of my ankle is feeling it still because my foot's not that strong enough, and even my ankle is probably not that strong enough, which there's definitely less mobility on my left ankle. But with the kind of research I'm doing right now, like mobility is key, is important, but it's not necessarily like you need no mobility. You need strength and tension and being able to handle fucking pounds of pressure. Like, cause like the elite sprinters, like they're like their ankles fucking locked and they're just fucking running, and this shit does not move. Does not move at all. Their ankle does not move. If you slow mo any 100 meters, like it's just ball of their foot fucking going, ball of their foot going, big toe going, and it's not like a whole like it's not like a whole push thing. They just go. Rambling a little bit. I didn't even start my review. I did a little bit, but you know, it was just like just really recapping this all in my brain and seeing how I'm gonna go about this, cause yeah, some good inspiring stuff happened today, like with how I was feeling, and I just want to say this: I saw Justin Mucci fucking coaching Saquon Barkley. If I'm gonna have something like that, I need to be a freak like him. Well, Justin Mucci could dunk. He could fucking do barbell Nordics. Like, he's a fucking freak. I'm not a freak yet. And the thing that's stopping me is my foot and ankle. And that weight I feel on my shins because there's no weight distributed up there. Which is crazy. I actually feel like a little bit more distributed now, especially on my right leg, because I have my hamstring contracted with my foot now. Like, I'm literally almost one. It's so wants to, like with my left leg. Like I feel it like contracting, but I think that's just me being at a position, and but definitely with my right leg, like when I scrunch, I feel that whole thing. And if I just get it up to the glutes, weight's gonna be distributed. And if I get my running form down, like actually knowing how to run. So if you look at any elite runner, they run on their big toe, and their foot's like this, like boom, like that on. It's not straight, it's not diagonal, it's if anything, it's outward. Because they're just, if you think about you right now, like if walk on your big toe, jog on your big toe, your foot's gonna go out here, just on your big toe. Your foot's gonna want to go outwards because that's where your big toe is. And if I get that, because yeah, running like the elite athletes is one thing, but then feeling how they feel while they run is another thing. So that's why the other stuff with the fascial tensioning and getting my glutes activated while I run is gonna be huge. I can't fucking wait till I feel some glutes. I know I'm gonna feel glutes. There's no way I'm not. No, and then there's no one gonna, and then there's no one's gonna stop me from telling other people how to feel that too. Chong's the man, but he's fucking like, no, shut up, homie, don't say nothing. I get it, it's his thing, but I like helping people, and that's fucking dope. Like, okay, like he put down a fucking good layer of base. Maybe like it'll just be his 3 workouts and then fucking a couple other things I make, which I'll get to it. But yeah, so the fascial adhesions went pretty good, man. Like I wasn't nearly as sore as yesterday. Quads weren't as sore, but they felt sore. Calves weren't as sore, but they were sore. Neck was kind of like the same kind of. I have like some good soreness up right here on my neck. Back wasn't as sore for sure. My back was not as sore for sure. And under my abs, like rib cage, that thing was a little sore. Kind of the same. If anything, felt it teensy weensy more. And shoulders was like alright, but then biceps and triceps. I mean, mostly triceps were like pretty sore. But like I was saying, the towel curls went fucking nuts, bro. Like straight nuts. Well, my left leg, like good, nice burn. Really nice on my calves. Anterior tendon was popping. And no glutes, no hamstrings, but good connection to my calf. Right leg, right leg, was fire, bro. Like right away, I feel it. Like, oh my god, that's my hamstring. That's my hamstring. I'm like, why am I feeling my hamstring? Oh, it's because the fascial connection. It's like, what the fuck? It's so trippy, but then that's trippy too because my right leg is the leg that I don't necessarily jump off of one leg. But if now I'm thinking about it, I feel like my right leg is like the powerhouse leg. Because that's the one I fucking kick with. And then when I do two foot jump, it's off the right left plant. So like my right gets like all the force and my left like kind of, because I think when you jump 2-legged, the first leg you land on is the one that experiences the most force. But the other leg's like more of the one that stabilizes. So that makes sense. But that was fucking fire, bro. Then I just went to the garage, and this is the what I've been tinkering about and thinking. Like sorry. When I went to the garage, I did like I was just thinking like combining the split squat with the fascial tensioning and thinking about being on the ball of foot and outside. Going deep split squat was tough, but it was a little bit more like quad because I was knee over toe. Then I ended up going not as knee over toe, but definitely like knee at toe. And I kind of skipped that part, the like how I felt, but like my feet were definitely fucking tired in my arch. I felt maybe a tiny bit on my, I definitely felt some on my calves, but on my right leg, I did feel a little bit of hamstring, but it felt like mostly quad because I was more knee over toe. And then the second one I did was, it was definitely a lot more like lot less quad, a lot more foot activation, and I was able to put more emphasis on having my foot outward and kind of having the, like, literally I didn't really put my pinky toes on the floor. It was straight just ball the foot and big toe, and it was pretty fucking solid, man. Like, it was like a hamstring was maybe touching calf, maybe a little, maybe like right at calf. Yeah, hamstring's probably touching calf, but nothing covering. So, but I was in the lunge position, the back foot, which it was interesting because I did feel my glutes when I got off of it, and I couldn't really discern like which one like was more like the back leg or the front leg. Definitely when I went right leg up, I felt some good hammy. But then I was also thinking, I felt like I felt it a little different too, like almost like how it would like on a Nordic, not as pumpy, more like I'm using that freaking tension. I don't know how to explain it. But then after that, I ended up doing flat ground, just regular lunge position like that. But with the way I'm thinking about it, more on the big toe, not super outward, but like at an angle, like a tiny bit. And that was definitely like, I was fucking like shaking. Like the other two, I was shaking a little bit. The second one, I was shaking a little more. But like third one, I was just fucking shaking like a motherfucker in the front leg and the back leg. That one was definitely more posterior chain. I felt not as much quad, but definitely felt a little bit quad. Right leg was definitely like, I almost felt like right leg was hamstring glute a bit. It was nice. So that's what that was the whole fucking thing before. Like, fascia training is just tension training. So if I'm just putting a lot of tension and intention into that tension, tongue twister, I think I know that my feet are gonna change. Now my feet are gonna change, my connection's gonna change. Especially if I, like, this is what I'm doing too. Straight Ramadan. Like, I'm not gonna eat when the sun's out. Like fucking 7:30, I'll probably eat, but like not like straight Ramadan, but like, yeah, I'm not gonna eat in the morning and then afternoon. Like, I'm not gonna eat, but like at night I'll eat, and that helps with your HGH levels. And especially with me not training in a traditional way, and that's why you gotta see if calisthenics do that or not. But with me doing that and actually improving my my foot to glutes connection the way it has been recently, it's I know it's gonna happen, and I just gotta keep experimenting, because I think this is something I could definitely share with people. You know, like, you have shin splints, you have ankle problems, you have foot problems, you have Achilles problems. You ever looked at your foot? Can your foot crunch? Can you pick up your toes? Can you scrunch your toes? Can you fucking grip the floor? Have you ever gripped the floor when you run? Look at these elite athletes. Look at their feet. There's fucking tension. Like, when you stand up and you like pretend this is like my arms like inside of my body, like, look at that. They're bent. They're not fully straight. They're curled. That's how your feet are supposed to be. That's literally how your feet are supposed to be, because there's tension. Like, look at that. You see those like tendons right there? Especially when I flex. Yeah. Look at that. You're supposed to have that on your foot. Those tendons right there. So I know I can definitely help people with that, but that I gotta help myself first. That's the thing. I gotta get myself healthy. I gotta get myself dunking. I gotta get myself running. I gotta get myself like doing things. I'm like, whoa, I could do this shit. You know what I mean? So just putting a lot of intention and trying and doing more things and eating good and fasting and then doing these things the way I'm doing it. And holy shit, the meditation was so tough. So tough. I almost wanted to fucking cry. I know that sounds like a joke, but holy shit. I was like whimpering last fucking 2 minutes, bro. Just fucking thinking about that anterior tendon and getting that nice little spot under my foot. And just scratching the fuck out of my toes. And just fucking shortening the foot and keeping so much tension. It was nuts, bro. If I'm being a hundo, I felt my hamstring on my right leg while I was doing that. So sooner or later, I should feel my left one. Sooner or later, I should feel glute. Sooner or later, I should feel 2 glutes. One cheek, right cheek, left cheek, right cheek. You know what I mean, homie? So, yeah, long explanation. But, yeah, no, I needed to get my thoughts out there. So, big boy explanation today. But it's my week 1, day 2. It was a little introspective just because it was like, wow, what am I doing really? Like, I'll figure out on the way, but I know what my intentions are. Getting my foot fucking stiff as fuck, curled like a motherfucker, anterior tendon popping. Walk and run on the balls of my big toe. If I run, go outward, because that's how any athlete runs. And just building so much strength from there, and building connection. Because it makes sense. Like, if that area hurts or feels weird, there's not going to be a connection. But if the area feels right, things up the chains and start clearing up. So I'm being for real today. I don't think I woke up sore from my ankle today at all. I don't think I did. I know I'm not going to get good sleep tonight, but fuck. It'll be crazy if I don't tomorrow too. But that's my review.